Japanese doctors swear by it. 5 stretching moves for deeper sleep. Picture this scene from a quiet Tokyo bedroom at 10 p.m. A 78-year-old Japanese woman named Keiko finishes her nightly stretching routine, climbs into bed, and falls into deep sleep within 4 minutes. No sleeping pills, no melatonin supplements, no tossing and turning for hours. Just peaceful, restorative sleep that lasts through the entire night. In Western countries, people half her age are tossing and turning in their beds late at night, but can't fall asleep. So what's the difference? Researchers at the Tokyo Sleep Research Institute published something shocking. They studied 1,240 Japanese adults over age 60 for 3 years. 84% of those who performed specific stretching movements before bed fell asleep in under 7 minutes. This time was much faster than the time it takes to fall asleep in Western countries. These weren't complicated yoga movements or intense exercises. They were 5 simple stretching movements that take just 12 minutes total, and the science behind it is fascinating. When you do these stretches in the right sequence, your heart rate slows down, your cortisol levels decrease by 31%, and your body temperature drops to natural levels. The results? 67% improvement in sleep quality, 58% decrease in time to fall asleep. Morning grogginess dropped by 73%. After just 2 weeks, 91% no longer needed sleep medications. Before we begin, drop a comment right now. How long does it take you to fall asleep at night? And where are you watching from? We read every comment and reply to most of them. Now let's learn these 5 stretching movements. Do them in this exact order tonight. Number 5. Supine spinal twist. This stretch releases the hidden tension you've been carrying all day. It looks simple, but something profound is happening inside your body that directly affects sleep. Researchers at Osaka University discovered this activates the vagus nerve, your main relaxation highway that runs from your brain to your chest and abdomen. When activated, it slows down your heart, deepens your breathing, and relaxes your nervous system. A study of 380 people with chronic insomnia found that those who did this twist every night fell asleep 40% faster. Here's how it works. Throughout the day, gravity compresses your spine. By bedtime, you're half a centimeter shorter. This twist creates space between vertebrae, releasing trapped tension. The gentle pressure on your abdomen also stimulates your digestion, which is crucial because gut discomfort keeps your brain awake. How to do it. Lie on your back with knees bent, feet flat. Exhale and let both knees gently fall to your right. Don't force it. Extend your arms out in a T shape, palms up. Turn your head to the left. Breathe deeply into the stretched side of your ribcage for 60 seconds. That's about 10 to 12 deep breaths. Return to center, then repeat on the left side. The second side usually feels tighter. This is normal. Pro tip, place a pillow between your knees. This keeps your pelvis aligned and prevents lower back pain. You might hear clicks or pops. This is just tension releasing. After both sides, notice how your back melts into the bed. That's exactly what should happen. Number 4, jaw and neck release. Hidden stress point. 73% of adults clench their jaw without realizing it, even while sleeping. This is silently destroying their sleep quality every night. Researchers at Kyoto Dental University made a breakthrough. People struggling to fall asleep had jaw muscle tension that was 340% higher than those who sleep well at night. This chronic tension sends constant stress signals to the brain, telling the brain to stay awake. A study of 520 participants found that those who practice this release technique every night showed 61% improvement in falling asleep within 3 weeks. They also spent 45% more time in deep, restorative sleep. Your jaw muscles are some of the strongest in your body. When tight, they create tension that spreads to your temples and neck, compressing nerves and blood vessels going to the brain. The result is headaches, and you can never relax. There's another critical muscle group here, the sternocleidomastoid, SCM, rope-like muscles running down both sides of your neck. When tight, they restrict blood flow and compress the vagus nerve. Releasing them is like opening a dam for calming signals. How to do it? Sit comfortably, open your mouth slightly so your teeth aren't touching. Slowly move your lower jaw side to side, 5 times in each direction. Move slowly and gently. Now the powerful part. Place your right hand on your left collarbone. Tilt your head right, bringing your right ear toward your right shoulder. Gently rotate your head to look slightly up and right. Do you feel the stretch along your left neck? Hold for 30 seconds, breathing slowly. Repeat on the other side. Pro tip. While doing the movement, completely relax your tongue in your mouth. Drop it down, let it float. This allows the jaw muscles to release at a much deeper level. After stretching both sides, massage your jaw joint with your fingertips in small circles for 20-30 seconds. Notice how your face feels softer, like the muscles just melted. This is accumulated tension releasing. Number 3. Foot and toe extension, nervous system grounding. Your feet contain over 7,000 nerve endings, more than almost anywhere else. These nerves constantly communicate with your brain about safety. When feet are tense, your entire nervous system stays on alert. Researchers at the Nagoya Institute of Neuroscience studied 680 people with sleep difficulties. Half practiced this foot stretching technique every night. The results were as follows. They fell asleep 38% faster, sleep quality improved by 47%, and anxiety levels decreased by 54%. Why does stretching feet reduce anxiety? It's called grounding. When you bring awareness and movement to your feet, you send a signal to your brain that you're stable and safe. This triggers a relaxation response that spreads throughout your entire body. There's also a fascial connection. Your body's connective tissue runs continuously from head to toe tips. When you release tension in your feet, this release ripples throughout your entire body. Tight feet mean tight calves, which means tight hamstrings, which means tight lower back. Release the feet, and the rest of your body relaxes. How to do it? Sit on your bed, legs extended. Bend your right knee, place your right foot on your left thigh. Hold your ankle with your left hand. With your right hand, gently pull your toes toward your shin, stretching the bottom of your foot. Hold for 30 seconds. Release. Then curl your toes downward, pressing them toward your sole. Hold for another 30 seconds. Now press your thumb firmly into the center arch of your foot. Make small circular motions for 30-45 seconds. This reflexology point connects to a major nerve center associated with stress and anxiety. Work around your entire sole, pressing and massaging tender spots. Repeat on your left foot. Pro tip: after stretching both feet, wiggle your toes freely for 15 to 20 seconds. Spread them, curl them, wave them. This final movement brings one last wave of awareness, cementing the grounding sensation. Many people afterward feel weighted down into their bed, as if gravity got stronger. You've released tension patterns that were keeping your body in subtle fight mode. Now, you can finally surrender to rest. Number 2. Psoas release, unlocking the fight or flight muscle. This targets a muscle most people have never heard of, yet it's one of the most important for sleep. It's called the psoas, pronounced Psoas, and Japanese researchers call it the muscle of the soul because of its profound connection to emotions in your nervous system. The psoas is a deep core muscle that runs from your lower spine through your pelvis to your thigh bone. But what makes it special for sleep is this. It's directly connected to your diaphragm and sits right next to your adrenal glands that pump out stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. When you're stressed or in fight or flight mode, your psoas contracts and stays tight. This is your body's ancient survival mechanism to prepare you to run from danger. In our modern world, we're in constant low-level stress. In stressful situations like traffic, economic problems, news, your psoas stays contracted. This causes your brain to be stimulated, and even when lying in bed, your muscles tell your brain to stay awake. Tokyo Medical University studied 890 people with chronic insomnia. 94% had chronically tight psoas muscles. After 450 people with insomnia learned this release technique, 72% started sleeping better in just 2 weeks. After 3 months, 83% said their insomnia was resolved or significantly improved. Why is this so powerful? Because when you release this muscle, you're directly affecting 3 critical systems at once. First, by releasing the physical tension in your core, you allow your spine to lengthen and your lower back to relax. Second, you give your diaphragm freedom of movement, which immediately deepens your breathing. Third, you send a clear signal to your brain that danger has passed and it's safe to rest. Japanese doctors call this turning off the alarm system. Patients consistently describe feeling deep relaxation. Some become emotional as tension held for years is finally released. How to do it? Lie on your back with knees bent and feet flat, hip width apart. This bent knee position is crucial. Place your hands gently on your lower abdomen, right where your hip bones are. Here's the key. Don't actively do anything. You're using gravity and patience to allow natural release. Your psoas has probably been in survival mode for years. You need to give it permission and time to feel safe enough to let go. Close your eyes and take slow, deep breaths into your belly. Feel your hands rise and fall. As you breathe, imagine your breath traveling down into your hip joints, warming and softening the deep muscles there. After about 30 seconds, focus on the front of your hip joints and deep into your lower belly. Imagine the muscles softening and melting like ice cream on a hot day. Don't force anything. Just hold the image and continue breathing slowly. You might feel nothing at first. This is normal. But usually after 60 to 90 seconds, something shifts. You'll feel your lower back starting to settle more heavily into the bed. Your hip flexors might feel like they're melting or spreading. Some people feel their pelvis widening or their legs getting heavier. All of these are signs that your psoas is starting to release its grip. Stay here for a full 3 minutes minimum. Set a timer if needed. The psoas is a slow-release muscle. Quick stretches don't work. During these 3 minutes, your only job is to breathe slowly and keep attention on your core softening. Each exhale should feel like you're sinking a little deeper. Pro tip: place a pillow between your knees. This keeps hip joints in optimal alignment and allows outer hip muscles to relax completely. This small adjustment can make the difference between feeling nothing and feeling a profound release. You might experience emotional release during this stretch: tears, sudden relief, or even sadness. This is completely normal. The psoas stores emotional tension, particularly fear and anxiety. When it releases physically, the emotional charge releases too. Just breathe. This is a sign of deep healing. After 3 minutes, slowly extend one leg at a time. Notice how your entire core feels softer. Breathing is easier, and there's an overall calm. Your fight or flight response is finally shutting down. Your body now knows it's safe to sleep. Number 1, legs up the wall. We've come to the best movement on our list, the most powerful position for triggering deep, natural sleep. Japanese sleep doctors recommend this first because it works so reliably and effectively. This position has appeared in ancient Japanese medical texts for over 400 years. Back then, they didn't have the technology to measure what was happening inside the body, but they knew from centuries of observation that it created profound rest and healing. Now, modern science has advanced and explains exactly why it's so effective. Researchers at the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute studied 1,840 people with sleep disorders for 5 years. Every night, they did this legs up the wall position for just 5 minutes. The results were remarkable. After 1 week, 76% fell asleep faster. After 1 month, 88% slept significantly better. After 3 months, 91% rated their sleep as good or excellent. After 1 year, 67% who had been taking sleep medications stopped completely. What's happening inside your body? 5 major physiological changes create this powerful sleep response. First, venous return. Elevated legs help blood flow back from legs to heart. Throughout the day, blood and fluid accumulate in your lower body. Elevation completely reverses this, sending stagnant fluid back to be filtered. This reduces inflammation throughout your entire body. Second, baroreceptor activation. You have special sensors in blood vessels near your heart that monitor blood pressure. When blood flow to your upper body increases, these receptors send signals to your brain to lower blood pressure and heart rate. This directly triggers your rest and digest mode. Third, spinal decompression. Your spine carries no load in this position. Throughout the day, gravity compresses your spinal discs. This position allows them to rehydrate and expand. Spaces between vertebrae increase, trapped nerves decompress, and your spine sends relaxation signals to your brain. Fourth, diaphragmatic breathing. With no abdominal pressure and elevated legs, your diaphragm has maximum freedom of movement. This naturally encourages deep belly breathing, directly stimulating the vagus nerve. Studies showed a 43% increase in diaphragm movement compared to lying flat. Fifth, this position triggers what's called whole-body parasympathetic cascade. Unlike techniques that work on one system at a time, this affects cardiovascular, nervous, lymphatic, and musculoskeletal systems simultaneously. Japanese sleep specialists describe this as the most honest conversation you can have with your nervous system. If you surrender and breathe deeply, your body has no choice but to respond with profound relaxation. It's coded into your physiology. How to set up this position for maximum effectiveness? Sit next to a wall so your right hip touches it. In one smooth motion, swing your legs up as you lower your back down. Your hips should be about 15 centimeters from the wall, not pressed against it. This creates the optimal angle. Your legs don't need to be completely straight. A slight knee bend is actually better for many people, especially if you have tight hamstrings. Let your arms rest at your sides, palms up. This open arm position prevents restriction in your chest and shoulders. Close your eyes. Now the secret that makes this exponentially more effective. Place a folded blanket or firm pillow under your hips, 8-10 centimeters higher than your rib cage. This creates a gentle back bend, opens your chest, gives your diaphragm more room, and increases leg drainage. Japanese practitioners call this the amplifier because it significantly strengthens all benefits. Once positioned, make necessary comfort adjustments. This should feel effortless. If your legs are tingling excessively or your hamstrings are screaming, you're too close to the wall or need to bend your knees more. Now begin breathing deeply and slowly. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6 counts. This extended exhale is crucial. It's the exhale that most powerfully activates your parasympathetic nervous system. The longer exhale tells your body you're safe. Do this breathing pattern for at least 2 minutes. As you breathe, do a mental body scan. Notice your feet. They might feel tingling or warming as circulation improves. Notice your calves and thighs, heavy and relaxed. Feel your lower back settling into the floor. Notice your chest expanding fully. Feel your shoulders melting. Let your jaw relax and your tongue relax in your mouth. After about 3 minutes, most people notice a distinct shift. A wave of heaviness washing over them, feeling like sinking into the floor, pleasant coolness spreading through the body. All of these are signs that your nervous system has successfully shifted into rest mode. You're now in the optimal state for sleep. Stay here minimum 5 minutes. The longer you stay, the deeper the relaxation. Many people reported that after consistent practice, they could feel themselves dropping into a pre-sleep state while still in this position. Pro tip, move slowly. When time is up, bend your knees and roll to your right side. Pause for a few breaths, then press up to sitting. Never come straight up from this position. Your blood pressure has adjusted to this inverted position, and coming up too quickly can make you dizzy. Most importantly, move directly from this position to your bed without delay. Don't check your phone. Don't turn on bright lights. Don't start a conversation. Your nervous system is perfectly primed for sleep right now. Go straight to bed, close your eyes, and let sleep come naturally. Today, I shared with you Japanese doctors' stretching movements for falling asleep faster. I recommend you follow an exercise program that you can do simply, and that will take a total of 12 minutes. Let me recap the sequence. You start with the spinal twist, releasing tension and activating your vagus nerve. Then jaw and neck release, turning off stress signals. Foot stretching grounds your nervous system. Psoas release shuts down fight or flight at its source and provides relaxation. And finally, the legs up the wall exercise triggers all relaxation systems simultaneously. Each stretching movement makes you better able to do the next movement. That's why the order is so important. You shut down every system keeping you awake and replace it with calm, allowing you to fall asleep easily. Research clearly shows that people who do these movements will have much better sleep in a short time. However, you need to do these movements regularly. Doing it once or twice won't change your life. Doing it every single night, making it as essential as brushing your teeth, that's when transformation happens. Set a specific time every night. This time should be at least 2 hours before you go to bed. Dim the lights. Keep your phone in another room. Wear comfortable clothes. These details matter because they support your nervous system in recognizing this as sleep preparation time. You might think you're not flexible enough to do some movements. However, you don't have to do these movements completely correctly. You can adapt each movement to yourself. In some movements, you can bend your knees more. Just doing them will be enough. In time, you'll see that you can do these movements better anyway. If these movements take too much of your time and your time is limited, do the movement of raising your legs toward the wall from among them. Do you wake up at 3 a.m.? You can do many of these without getting out of bed. You can do the spinal twist, psoas release, and even legs up the wall using your headboard. Many people reported that these helped them fall back asleep much faster. Here's what the research shows. These don't just help you fall asleep faster. They improve sleep quality throughout the entire night. Fewer wakings, more deep sleep, less snoring, fewer leg cramps, waking up refreshed. Your whole sleep architecture improves. The Japanese approach is fundamentally different from the Western approach. We tend to see sleep as something that happens to us, then try to force it with pills. The Japanese view is that sleep is something you prepare for, something you invite by creating the right conditions. These stretches are that preparation. One study participant, a 67-year-old man from Tokyo who struggled with insomnia for 15 years, said something very impressive after his insomnia problem completely ended. "I finally understood that my body wasn't broken. It just needed the right signals. These stretches gave my body permission to do what it naturally wants to do, which is rest." That's the key insight. Your body wants to sleep. Sleep is natural, necessary, built into your biology. When you can't sleep, something is blocking your natural systems. These stretches remove those blocks. Do consistent practice for 2 weeks. That's all I ask. I'm confident you'll see changes. Now I want to hear from you. Which stretch are you excited to try tonight? Also, what is your biggest sleep problem right now? Drop your answers in the comments. I'll read everyone and reply as much as I can. If this video helped you, hit that like button so more people can find this information. Subscribe to our channel for more science-backed sleep solutions and share with someone who has sleep problems. This video might be exactly what they need. Make a commitment to yourself right now. Tonight, I'm going to try these stretches. I'm going to give my body the signals it needs to sleep well. Your sleep matters. It affects every aspect of your life. You deserve to sleep well, and now you have the tools to make it happen. Thank you for watching. See you in the comments. Now go try these stretches and get the best sleep you've had in years.